I'm sorting out these coupons for you. It's your turn to go shopping, and I thought I'd make it easier for you.
No coupons, Linda. They cause chaos at the checkout counter. People always yelling, pushing. Last week, an old lady whacked me with one of those rubber things.
We save a lot of money with these.
Well, there's got to be other ways to save money. We can cut each other's hair.
Come on, I got them organized by aisle and everything. And look, I put them in this cute little wallet for you.
The only way I'm using those coupons if you come with me. Come on, we'll go tonight under cover of darkness.
Can't go tonight. We have dinner plans with Barb.
Why do I have to go? She's your friend.
Because you said you would when we made the plans.
Well, that was 2 weeks ago. I thought I'd have plenty of time to get out of it. Contract a virus or something. Besides, like, oh my God, I almost forgot. I promised the guys I'd play ball with them tonight.
Marty, without looking at Tom, what are you doing tonight?
Without looking? Male sensitivity workshop?
You are going with Barb and me.
Male sensitivity workshop?
I thought she liked that.
Double dribble. They never call it.
Have you guys even moved since I left?
Sure. I started out on the other side of Coach.
Right.
I haven't moved. Could somebody hand me those chips?
So how was your evening?
It was fine. Barb was so sorry to hear you had viral pneumonia.
I'm feeling much better. I think I'm getting my color back.
Yeah?
So how's she look? How's she like being back in town? How'd she make out in the divorce?
You know, you could have come to dinner.
Okay, don't tell me.
She looks good. And she says she's happy, but I've known her for a long time, Tom, and I'm worried. She doesn't know a lot of people here. I think she's lonely.
Well, sure. It's rough being divorced. Living by yourself. But what can we do?
We could fix her up with one of the guys.
When I said, what can we do, I meant that more as a rhetorical question.
No, really, why not?
No, look, it's a bad time. NCAA tournament's coming up. Emotions running high, everyone's distracted. Linda, fixing people up, I don't know.
It's not that complicated. We introduce them, they have dinner, they get married. They're our new best friends forever.
Look at him sitting there. So innocent, trusting. I feel like I'm hunting baby deer.
Just a date, Tom.
Well, how do we know which one to pick? Shouldn't they fill out a questionnaire or do a video?
No. It'll take care of itself. We'll know when it's right.
Any more pizza? Thank you.
Well, this is exciting, isn't it, Tom? Barb being in advertising, Marty, an aeronautical engineer.
Jeez, talk about your common ground. I wish Linda and I had as much going for us.
Aeronautical engineer. So what kind of projects are you working on?
Of stuff.
Might want to elaborate on that a bit.
Airplane stuff. Stuff in the sky.
Marty's not just a career-driven guy with no outside interests.
Well, he's got a lot of hobbies. I bet Barb would like to hear about your stamp collection.
That's kind of personal.
Now we're cooking.
You know, at first I was just moving furniture, but it was taking me out of state too much, and I got the boys at home, and I don't like to be gone overnight.
For jobs, I mean.
Yeah, this is a really hard-working man.
He doesn't need your help. He's doing fine.
So anyway, now I do construction, teach some driver's ed, but I still haul a little on the side. Because you never know what somebody's gonna need moved. Grandfather clock, pool table, piano.
Wow, that is an amazing coincidence. I used to play piano. You could have moved one of mine. Our fingers could have touched the same keys.
I don't know.
So have you decided, or do you need a little more time?
All right, now listen to me, because the velvet on this menu has got me nervous. I want spaghetti, meatballs.
Of course.
Now, don't give me sun-dried, don't give me air-dried, don't give me freeze-dried. My family's from Sicily. The name's Massilli. I don't want to have to make a phone call.
I really admire that. Yeah. You so seldom meet a man who really knows what he wants. I mean, really, really knows. Oh, God, he's gorgeous. Why didn't you introduce me to him before?
You lived in another state. You were married.
Yeah?
Well, you're not now. So relax. Give yourself a chance. See if you like him.
I like him, I like him. Oh, God, did you see his arm when he rolled up his sleeve? I just wanted to just bite it.
So I think she likes you.
She does kind of keep looking at me.
Yeah, I'll say.
You know, I usually don't go for blondes.
Barb's not a blonde.
Who's Barton?
Linda's friend. Your date for the evening.
I was talking about Mindy.
Mindy. How do you know her name?
It's subtle, but you learn to pick up on these kind of things.
Don't you think maybe we should have gone somewhere else?
No, this is good. We're getting to be regulars here.
Ah, Mr. and Mrs. McManus. And Barb?
Buongiorno, Mario.
Buonasera. I'm going to start you out with a little complimentary bruschetta. No olives, just the way you like it.
Grazie.
Prego.
Arrivederci. Food's not so out here, but they make me feel like I'm important.
I know what you mean.
Yeah?
It's like when they paged me in the hospital cafeteria. Dr. Barton to surgery. Dr. Herbert Barton, report to surgery. We have an emergency that only you can handle, Dr. Herbert Barton.
Herbie here's a doctor.
I got that.
This is it, Tommy. This is the one. I can feel it.
Calm down, baby. Calm down. Don't jump the gun.
Not jumping the gun. Not jumping the gun. I just want to spend the rest of my life with this woman. Does she know I'm a doctor?
Oh, yeah. How many guys can cut and suture their own chicken?
You go on back and see what you can find out from Linda. I'm going to shave again.
This is incredible. Linda, you did it. I have to admit, I was very much against it, but I was wrong. You were right. I think we should have the wedding at our house.
Barb left.
She left. I thought she liked him.
She does like him. She just doesn't like him.
I could care less, care less.
She was afraid that she was leading Herb on, that it might get uncomfortable. I told her we would kind of cover for her.
No covering. No. Go off that parking lot and get her back. She's marrying him.
I'm really sorry, Tom.
See that? Got a skip in his step.
I'm thinking about what you said, Tommy. I've got to be cool, so don't be confused. If Barb starts to come on to me, I'm just going to lay back.
You know, Herbie, hold that thought.
All right, maybe this matchmaker thing wasn't the best idea. Anyway, it's over.
Oh, no. You're not backing away now, my friend. Herb's wearing his heart on his sleeve. He's vulnerable. Right this minute, he's cruising home, taking the side streets, listening to Springsteen, Thunder Road, wondering where his life went wrong. She knows he's a doctor.
Oh, yeah.
What about the Porsche?
Covered that.
The condo in Maui?
Showed her pictures.
Hell, I want to date him.
You really liked her, huh?
We were in the bathroom. He told me that Barb and Herb were both four-letter words that end in B.
Wow. Well, maybe the idea was good, but we went about it all wrong. Maybe we just need another approach.
I'm listening. I'm frightened, but I'm listening.
A double date, especially with a married couple, that's a lot of pressure.
I'm with you.
What about a party? Lots of people, it's casual, relaxed, everybody's mingling. Herb drifts over to Barb. Just then her favorite song comes on. She trips, falls into his arms. Fate? Maybe?
I can't believe I'm hearing this from you. It's manipulative. It's deceitful. Makes me think I don't know who you are. But if Herb has a chance of getting a little, I say we go for it.
That's...
It's really nice.
Thank you.
You know, I always knew you'd end up like this.
Like what?
You know, the house, the kids, the adoring husband. You're lucky.
You could be lucky, too. You could be adored. You could be married and have free cardiac surgery.
You can't believe how funny Herb is. I mean, I always knew he was smart and rich and something of a sexual dynamo. To also have that sense of humor, you know, it's almost unfair.
Get the door, honey.
Okay. Marty! Doris! Together! Okay!
I know what you're thinking, but Doris and I have agreed to put aside our differences.
We have not.
Yes, we have.
How can you say that? I hate myself for being here with you.
Well, that's your problem, baby. Anyway, we're gonna be friends.
Hello, Vincent.
Hey, Doris.
Always nice to see Marty's mentor in the art of infidelity, debauchery, and deceit.
We go back a long way.
I didn't realize you'd be bringing a date. I would have brought some toys.
Well, let me introduce you. Mindy, this is Doris, Marty's bitter ex-wife. Doris, Mindy.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Don't show fear. She can sense fear.
Did you see Barb was here?
I thought I saw her, but I haven't had a chance to talk to her yet.
You should talk to her.
I will. I definitely will.
I mean, tonight, Herb. Those shrimp don't grow on trees.
Got it.
So,
You look nice.
oh, thank you. Sorry about the other night. I had a terrible,
I know how those things are.
you know, where it all just kind of...
It's too bad you didn't mention it. I could have prescribed something. I'm a doctor.
Oh, right, I forgot. And how's everything at the hospital?
Good. I had a pretty big day. The guy came in with severe atherosclerotic plaque buildup in his left anterior descending circumflex and obtuse marginal 1. Everything was going well. He inducted well. He came off the machine easily. But then, just as I was cutting through his breastbone, he arrested and went into ventricular fibrillation from the ischemia. Couldn't get him to defibrillate.
Could you excuse me just one sec?
So, friend, are you having fun?
Oh, yeah. An evening with you and your prepubescent buddies, it's a slice of heaven.
Well, why did you want to come?
Are you having fun?
No.
Well, there's your answer.
You're a very bad friend.
You know, Marty's having a pretty rough time now. He's hurt, Doris. And he misses you.
Let me ask you something, Tom. If I was the one who cheated on Marty, would you be telling him to go easy on me?
I most certainly would.
You're lying, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Is there any chance you'll take him back?
Not today.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow's not really good for me either.
Ever?
I don't know.
Is there anything I can say or do?
Can you turn back time?
No, I can't turn back time. I wish I could.
Then can you just get me another drink?
Absolutely.
Hi.
Hey,
You having fun?
I'm trying. I'm not real good at parties.
Oh, neither am I. At least you have a date. She's lovely, too.
Isn't she? She's got a real sweetness about her.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
And sweet.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Lovely and sweet. What a combination.
You know, she's also
I think we've covered Mindy, Vince.
All right, then I'll see you around the party.
I was just wondering. I'm new in town, as you know, and I don't have a lot of friends. And, well, I thought maybe one night you could come over for spaghetti meatballs. Nothing sun-dried, I promise.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
Why?
Look, I've been where you are 3 times, and I know what you're going through. But I'm not the guy for you. I'm not.
What are you talking about? My ex-husband was, like, exactly like you.
There you go.
Yeah, I know. More of an arc.
Hey, I said it to you 5 days a week for 3 years. I'm not gonna say it again. More of an arc. So you still, mooning over that girl? You talked to her?
Yeah. I gave her my best stuff, too. But it's not about what you say. It's about looks, image, sex appeal.
I should be doing a lot better then.
You know, I thought it'd be different when I got older, Coach. I thought people would judge me by my accomplishments. I saved the guy's life today. But you know what? Nobody cares.
What about the guy you saved? Bet he cares. You should ask him.
No, he's still unconscious.
You don't have to ask him now.
Same old story. I'm still the dorky red-haired kid. The one with no date for the prom.
I remember the day you first came out for the team. You were the only kid wearing slacks. Carrying that note from your mother about your allergies. Nobody thought you were gonna make it. You're too short, too slow, too congested. But there was something about you. You said you were gonna make it, and you did. Said you were gonna be a doctor. You did that, too?
Well, this isn't about playing basketball, Coach, or going to medical school.
Hey, it doesn't matter what it's about. You gotta stay in the game. Or is it you gotta stay in school? It's one of those.
Hey.
Hey. Hey. Well, I'd better get back to the party and mingle. I can't get enough of that.
I'm glad I found you before I left. I owe you an apology. Again. I was pretty rude in there.
Not as rude as you were in the restaurant.
I deserve that.
No, it's, forget about it. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. I'm going through a pretty rough time right now, you know, and I've been making some really bad decisions, but, it doesn't excuse anything.
Hey, if I was a girl, I'd have a crush on Vince, too. Now, I always wanted to be him. Well, actually, what I wanted was to be him and a doctor, but I don't think that's possible.
Anyway, I just wanted to tell you how embarrassed I am. I'm usually a much nicer person, and I'm really sorry.
Forget it.
is there any chance that we could start over again? I mean, do you think maybe we could be friends?
What a night, huh? What were we thinking?
We?
Okay, you were right. I was wrong. I shouldn't have tried to fix anybody up. It was a bad idea.
No, it was a good idea. A little misguided, maybe, but basically good. He thought you could make him happy.
Remember when all our friends were married? We could do things together. Remember the cabin at the lake? What was that, 1982?
Probably our best year as a group. Everyone had partners. We called each other by our last names, the Massillis, the Bartons, the Heslovs.
Yeah, we all fought over the room with the king-size bed. Till the Massillis flattened it. And the kitchen counter.
And we'd go out and lie in the sand, playing tapes, drinking beer. Man, we couldn't stop talking.
I want it back, Tom.
We can't turn back the clock. Boy, there's a big demand for that tonight. Look, people don't fall in love because they should. Or because it would be convenient for us. Hell, sometimes two people both want to be together and they still can't make it work.
I'll never do it again, Tom. No more fixing anybody up. Because I've learned my lesson. It never works out.
Oh, God, what did we do?
What a great morning.
Marty, I think we made a big mistake.
Hey, it's okay. We're friends now. Friends can do this.
Oh, God, big mistake. Oh, God.
You know, we should do this again sometime. You can call me, or I'll call you. I'm pretty much always free. Maybe later today.
Sit, Ubu, sit.